Today we're ranking all 5 of the best animated feature films for the Oscars, so let's get started. Leave your ranking down below. How would you rank all 5 of the best animated feature films for the Oscars this year? These are all solid films. Every single one of them I enjoyed, so I had a really hard time creating this list, but I really loved every single one of these movies. Coming in last place, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Fowl. I really love this movie. It was a lot of fun. Everything that I love about Wallace and Gromit is within this film, but you add in Feathers McGraw making his big return. It's absolutely hilarious. One of the last year's best villains. The claymation in here is outstanding. You have a lot of quick action scenes as well. I'm just so impressed with what they were able to do within this film. And the whole idea of robots and technology and all of that, when you have a film that's all about claymation, it's so clever. The film is hilarious. Wallace and Gromit are still very likable characters. I was entertained throughout this entire movie. I really like Wallace and Gromit as characters, and I enjoyed the movies. I haven't seen every single project of Wallace and Gromit, but from what I have seen, this was just another great addition to what I've already seen for Wallace and Gromit. Feathers McGraw was a great addition. He was absolutely hilarious within this film. Coming in fourth place, Memoir of a Snail. This was the one I just recently checked out. This was emotional. I did not expect this film to be so heartbreaking and very personal. The animation in it is perfect, but it has this such raw emotional feeling to it to where you're immediately connected with the characters within this film. And Sarah Snook narrating this film as Grace Puddle, she provides such a deep personal aspect to this movie to where you feel all of the things that Grace goes through, from being separated from her brother to when she was an adult. Everything in it is highly emotional, and they do it in a way that just has this personal touch to it. And then when you look at the brother side of it all as well, you just feel for everything that's going on within this movie. I did not expect it to be so depressing, so heartbreaking, so emotional. That's matched with the darker colors of this movie. It almost has like this Tim Burton feel to it, but I love this movie. I was really surprised by this film. I was emotional throughout this film. I connected to the characters and their journey, and the end was just so sweet, and I absolutely love this movie. Coming in third place, Flow. This was a very interesting film. No dialogue, about a cat on a journey, but there are so many deeper themes to it about the environment. Look at the world from a perspective of a cat. Things can feel much larger than they really are to us, but when you view it from a cat, it's going to look much larger. And so I thought that was a unique perspective with this movie. The animation's also very inventive as well, and beautiful for how it is captured with all the different animals within this movie. As a cat lover, and I have a cat myself, I found everything in this movie to be quite adorable, especially when it comes to the cat. But the way that they are able to tell a story without having any dialogue and just have this cat go on a journey, it's very impressive with that story that they're able to create and develop throughout the film, and also just balance in deeper themes to it all. The environment and community and everything within this film, they did a great job of just adding so much into this film without doing a lot. And The Flow is also a very emotional film. I was connected to the journey of this cat and seeing the cat build relationships with other animals. 2024 had a lot of impressive animated films, and I love that Flow came in and did something unique with its animation and its story and secured itself for a nomination. Coming in second place, Inside Out 2. This was a great step forward for the Pixar franchise Inside Out, introducing new emotions like anxiety, which only fit Riley as she became a teenager and all of the stress and anxiety that she does feel when she's trying out for this hockey team. It's realistic for Riley to feel this way, and does it in a very personal matter to where all these new emotions just fit in to this movie, and we can't let all of the emotions start to control who Riley is. And looking at Riley without the emotions and seeing her navigate new relationships, it's a different side of Riley, and seeing how she can overcome her fear and being anxious about things, but looking at the joy of being at this hockey tryout and just building relationships. The animation still, once again, is really great. The voice acting from all the new emotions really add a lot to this movie. Pixar understood what they need to do with this film, moving it forward by bringing in new emotions. I would love it I would love in several years to have a third film about Riley almost as an adult with different emotions. That seems like the right step moving forward. But Inside Out 2, the animation's great. New emotions work with in this film. It's still got some funny moments throughout. Still has some deep emotions that start to challenge the viewers, and looking at how your emotions grow as you become older, and you just can't bottle everything up. You have to accept certain things and challenge things head on. And Inside Out 2 is a very smart written animated film. But coming in first place, The Wild Robot, my favorite film of last year as well, the best animated film, and the one I do think will win best animated feature. This is a highly emotional movie with beautiful animation. I saw it with my daughter, and it only made the experience better, realizing what this robot was going to go through to protect this gosling and the community of animals within it that also helped this robot understand its purpose and follow through with that all, and seeing that relationship develop throughout the film. It's so beautiful, but also heartbreaking as well. I teared up several times within this film. I also laughed. I love the voice performances, the animation. It has this grand sweeping score to it. I was lost in the story with the characters, everything about this film I absolutely loved. It's one of DreamWorks Animation best films I have seen. I was so surprised with this film, and I still love it to this day. It's the best film for last year for me, and the best animated film. I absolutely love it. I do think that it will win best animated feature. If it does not win, I do think that Flow may have a chance. But honestly, I could see any of these movies winning Best Picture. But for me, if I had to pick one, it'd be The Wild Robot. So there you guys have it. All 5 Best Animated Feature nominations ranked worst to best. How would you rank them? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.